Hi, and welcome to Legally Insane News. I'm your host, Kyle O'Donnell. Find and follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle O'Donnell, and head over to legallyinsanefilms.com to listen to my other podcasts, to read my books and articles, to check out my photos from around the world, and to watch my documentary films. Again, that's legallyinsanefilms.com. And one of the funnier, though no less sad stories that you'll hear on This Week in Guns, a homeless man robbed a gun store with a knife or, quote, sharp object and was killed at the scene. Last Tuesday, an as yet unidentified man had apparently gone from store to store stealing items in what I can guess from the description in the articles I've read about this was a strip mall, which Carter's Country Gun Store was attached to. He apparently attempted to steal a pair of jeans at one store before being ejected from the Sweet Mart for a minor attempted theft. The suspect then went into the gun shop where he didn't see anybody and walked right behind the counter. He opened the register. He began stealing money out of the drawer. And that was then the point where the employee walked out from the back of the store and was allegedly confronted by the suspect. And that's kind of where the story gets fuzzy. But the employee, who was also unnamed in the story and who later indicated that he was in fear for his life, shot the suspect once out of 2 reported shots fired in the incident. The suspect then stumbled out of the store and collapsed in the parking lot. He was transported to a nearby emergency medical facility where he later died from his wounds. No word on whether or not that suspect made any statements or if he was unconscious. I don't know what the story is. The Houston gun store, however, is no stranger to attacks. In 2016, Carter's Country was the object of a concerted burglary attempt when a Ford F-250 pickup truck backed up to the entryway doors when two men hopped out with a chain to chain the doors to the truck. The truck then drove forward to rip the door from its hinges. Security footage of the event shows masked burglars smashing display cases and ransacking shelves. The suspects got away with more than 50 weapons in the heist, but they didn't get very far. Within days of the incident, police arrested all the known suspects to the crime. The current case in Houston regarding the knife-wielding suspect is not yet finished. However, Lieutenant Larry Krausen, who spoke for the Houston Police Department, said that the case has yet to be presented to a grand jury where they will decide on whether or not the employee truly acted in self-defense or if the very lenient stand-your-ground laws in Texas will find that they acted in malice. Most probably they will be found having acted within the bounds of the law, especially in Texas, and especially since the man had just got done robbing other places. On a personal note, here's the thing about this, folks. Anybody wielding any weapon of any kind who has a clear intention of doing harm absolutely deserves to be shot. Arm yourselves, people. These are strange times. For the next couple episodes, I'm sticking with the theme of gun-related stories in the news, so on the next edition of Legally Insane News, I'll be celebrating the harrowing stories of not one but 2 women this past week who literally fired back and refused to become statistics of violence, all while saving the lives of countless people. That's it for this edition of Legally Insane News. Make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram at Kyle O'Donnell for updates and extras on this and other stories. If you're listening to this podcast at legallyinsanefilms.com or the Small Town Justice page, be sure to also download the Spreaker app where you can directly subscribe and help me bump up my download totals. If you like this episode of Legally Insane News, consider becoming a supporting member. For just $3, you can get access to members-only unreleased articles and podcasts, case files on our latest investigations, updates for events and conventions that we're attending, and discounts on swag. To do that, just head over to patreon.com/legallyinsanefilms. There are 3 different memberships, each with more content than the one before. This is where I release all of my documentary films with outtakes and extras, as well as another podcast called Small Town Justice. You can check those out by going to legallyinsanefilms.com and clicking Join the Fan Club. Send any questions, comments, feedback, and show ideas to thejusticepod@gmail.com. This has been a production of Legally Insane Films, LLC. I'm your host, Kyle O'Donnell. We'll see you next time.